Now to the legal landscape. Our legal analyst, attorney Dan Adams, joins us every Monday to break down the biggest cases happening across Wisconsin and the country. Dan, good morning. Good to see you. Judge Hannah Dugan's federal trial is now 2 weeks away from today. Jury selection starts late next week. And these final days, what are prosecutors and the defense actually doing to get ready?
Sure. Hey, good morning, Jaron. Yeah, the preparation for trial is an intense period, obviously, for these two teams, the government and the defense. They have kind of separate ways of doing this. The defense's joke for the prosecution is the prosecutor just has to remember how to say, and what happened next, and what happened next, meaning the prosecution has to have all of their witnesses remember what happened back in time, back in April when this happened in the courthouse, and prepare those witnesses just to go through everything that they wrote down in the reports, everything that they observed. And it's their burden to put on every fact that actually happened in the courthouse. Again, that's a little joke that defense says, because on the defense side, you have to look at the entire puzzle piece that the government is putting together, consistent with guilt, and figure out which one of those puzzle pieces don't fit or are a little loose in the puzzle or can be attacked. And so the defense is going to be working on cross-examination. What's interesting about the Dugan case is that the facts themselves are probably not contested about what happened in the courthouse last April. What is contested is their application to the two criminal statutes, one felony, one misdemeanor, that the government has selected for prosecution in this case. Again, whether or not she harbored a felon and whether or not she obstructed an official proceeding through her actions on that date. So again, the defense side of this is going to be an attack on the elements of those two crimes. And the government's preparation here is putting together all the logistics, making sure all those witnesses are prepared, maybe having some exhibits prepared for trial. But these next 2 weeks are going to be very intense for these two teams.
Yeah, and again, jury selection late next week with the trial set to start on December 15th. So all eyes on the federal courthouse in Milwaukee on that case. I also want to ask you about the Wisconsin Supreme Court, Dan, just handing redistricting lawsuits to 3-judge panels, something the state has never done before. So what does this move actually mean? And is there really enough time for these judges to order new congressional maps before the 2026 election?
Yeah, I think that last point you made, Jaron, is the kicker. These lawsuits were filed this summer by two different plaintiff groups, so there's two different lawsuits. The question in the summer was, well, how are we going to do this before this partisan election coming up in 2026? April is when candidates start circulating their nomination papers. So again, here we are, first day of December. And these 3-judge panels now have these cases, and they're going to hear these cases like any other lawsuit. There could be discovery involved. There could be a battle of experts, motions flying back and forth, and they're going to come to a decision about whether or not these congressional maps are illegally gerrymandered for partisan advantage. These are two different lawsuits, again, with two different sets of 3-judge panels. The 3-judge panel, by the way, is something that's in our state constitution. The Supreme Court didn't make this up. I'm sorry, it's in our state statutes. In a law passed in 2011, said any reapportionment lawsuit has to go through a 3-judge panel. So again, they could have consolidated these lawsuits and given them to one 3-judge panel, but they've decided to put them on parallel tracks with their own separate panels. Those judges will come back with some type of decision, which of course will go before the Supreme Court later for review. Whether or not that can all happen before nomination papers are circulated in April, I am very skeptical of that. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, something we'll be watching closely as this year ends and the next one begins. Dan, we'll see you next Monday for more of the legal landscape. Thank you.